Hey, Amy Joe, how's it going? Hey, Amy Joe, how's it going? I'll be with you in just a second. I'm getting set up still. Oh, yeah. You doing all right tonight, Amy Joe? Where was that, Amy Joe? Because I've got about every spider you can think of down here. Oh well. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. And was that a brown recluse? I do believe it is. Not a spider no more. Well, I did rub the spider. I rubbed it between a shop towel and a board. How's it going, Jay? Did you get any carving done today, Amy? Nice. Shit. Sorry about that. I was fixing my sound so it wouldn't be making all those noises. Matter of fact, I'll just put it on D&D. Nobody don't need to be calling me this time of night, no way. There we go. Yeah, smoking is bad, but it's the only, it and caffeine are the only vices I have left, so I've got to do something. I'm in Tennessee, Amy Joe. Okay, let me turn that other shop light off, see if it'll stop that tossing a little bit. Oh, Lordy. I'm in Northeast Tennessee. I'm right near the North Carolina state line. Text me. I'm 60 miles away from Asheville, so. One of your carvings you done the other day, I think it was. I think it was an eagle, and said something about 1776 or the Second Amendment or something on it. I'd have to go back and watch the video again. I really, really liked that. I need to get a price on how much one of those would run me. But I'll go back through your shorts and figure out which one it was. I showed it to my fiance, and she liked it too. So okay, I'll shoot you a message on Facebook. You pop up in my friend suggestions about every day. So next time you pop up on there, I'll shoot you a message. Hey, Teresa. Yeah, Kays, I would like to have a beer too, but I don't drink. But I'd still like to have one right about now. It's been a long day. Cat! I was just getting ready to get somebody to send you a message and see if you was okay. Well, I just go by whatever the name is first on here. I apologize, Steve. Yeah, Cat, I was going to see if Amy had you on her friends list, or if not, wait till somebody came in that did and have them shoot you a message to see if you wanted to come in for a little bit. But you're already here, so. Hey, Big Max, how's it going? That was a nice looking mallet, Big Max. You took right to that lathe like it wasn't nothing. Hey, Pine, how's it going? How are you liking Tennessee so far? All right, Amy Jo, you have a good night if you don't make it back, or if I'm gone, I'll see you the next time. Yeah, one of these days when I win the lottery, I'll get me one. I was wondering if it even sent out notifications. It don't half the time anymore. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and give us a sub, please. It really helps us out. I think we were 145 away from, or 144 away from 500. So that's where we're headed now. I've been okay, Kat. I'm laid off and getting a little bit of unemployment, so I'm in a safe enough position that I can work on the business a little bit finally. Damn, Pine, that sucks. I thought you was headed down here the other night. Hey, howdy. How's it going? Oh, yeah, I forgot that I was supposed to do that because I said I would. Just a second. See, I got some stuff I got to do over here anyway. Live chat. Pen. Where did Cat go? Oh, you're already a managing moderator. Okay, just making sure. There's old Path. How's it going? Anybody build anything interesting today? Hey, Dan, how's it going? I'm working on it, Cat. Cat's my right hand. I couldn't do this without her. Hey, there's some Smallwood. What's going on, Smallwood? I'm doing okay, old Path. A little bit tired. Had to get up and go to Asheville to the doctor today. Had to switch my doctor days from Thursday to Wednesday, so my routine's all messed up now, but I'll get over it in a month or two. I'll get used to it maybe. Yeah, Pine Cat's the busiest woman in woodworking. And the most amazing. You know, Cat, it does me too, because most of the bigger names have made me a moderator. And now I get in somebody's where I'm not one, and it's just like, Where's my name? Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Kat's not got to see it yet. She's not been in the live lately. Kat, I showed you that Bolivian rosewood I got a few months ago, didn't I? This is what I'm working on outside of my videos is this jewelry stand. Get this so I can see what it looks like when I'm over there. Bolivian rosewood with linseed oil finish. This was just an experiment to see how it would look more than anything else, but I actually adore it. It is beautiful. And I mean, I got them strips of wood for $5 a piece, so I believe next time I go over to Asheville and I've got extra money, I'm going to go buy some more. Now, I'm either going to cut some strips of the Bolivian rosewood and make a tray with a felt bottom back here to hold rings and stuff, and or earrings, or I might make a little modular tray to put the rings on, something to that effect, and figure out a way to make an earring station where they can hang the earrings up. If I could find a way to incorporate this into it, it would be pretty neat. I got to smooth it out where I was just trying to peel the bark off of it with a dull knife, but that's a piece of poplar right there with that little vine twist in it. I think that might look good with it somehow. I'm just not sure exactly how yet. So what do you guys think? Should I build a tray to the underside of it or make a separate piece for it so that it's modular for to put the rings in? I mean, I can make them bigger too and cut, you know, 3 or 4 necklace grooves in them to hold more than one necklace. Yeah, I'll figure out something for that. I mean, this was just a cut off of a big piece I'm going to turn into an Indian war club. I was just trying to figure out something to do with that little piece there. It's too cool looking not to use for something. Hello, Mr. Sheep. How's it going? I've not fired him yet. He's either going to fire or get his graduation present here pretty soon. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that Bobby and John shorts would really get the response that they've got, but episode number 2 got 1,700 views, and the last I looked, episode 3 had 900 and something. So, yeah, Sheep, I've got yard work to do. I just ain't got around to it yet. With my lawnmower being tore up, I've got to weed eat the whole yard, so that kind of sucks. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Well, thank you, Pine. I appreciate that. There's Mr. Elegant. How you doing, Dan? Yeah, your name's Dan. I remember. I know that's your name. Oh, hey, Daniel. I didn't even see you sneak in there. How's it going? Yeah, the older we get, the longer it takes to recover from something like that. When I had that hernia surgery, it took me 6 months before I was really able to do much of anything. But that, I guess, was partly my fault because when I had the surgery, I was in the middle of the move. So the day after the surgery, I was loading a U-Haul. I know that didn't help matters as far as healing goes. I'm surprised I didn't bust my inner stitches. But yeah, I believe you'll come out and be good here pretty soon. You seem pretty resilient. Damn. I hope I don't ever have to have surgery again because I can't have the good meds anymore. But oh, what a good feeling they were. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we definitely want to see you get well soon. For those of you that don't know, I did get approved for my unemployment. It's set at 263 a week, but then after child support comes out of it, I only have like $145 left. Which I mean, that's okay. The child support's paid. I don't have to worry about being drugged back to court or possibly put in jail. And that gives me a little bit of money to spend. So, and that gives me time to work on my channel and business. So, are you using fence pickets, Robert, or just regular cedar? Yeah, when they done that hernia surgery, they stitched me up on the inside and the big, huge opening on the outside. They didn't stitch it, they just super glued it shut. Well, I know they don't call it super glue, it's surgical glue or something like that, but I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between it and super glue. Bedridden till tomorrow. I'll bet you're going out of your mind, Daniel. Yeah, anesthesia's something else. Oh, I would imagine editing a video high is probably the greatest thing in the world. I'm not gonna lie, I really do miss that feeling. That was the thing about pain pills. They would absolutely wind me up and make me work. I would, if I took a handful, I would clean the house, or if I was at work, I would break my neck and run more than double my production. I mean, the first time I ever took a pain pill was after a root canal. And it had an effect on my brain. It didn't get me high, but it made me feel like what I always considered a normal person probably felt like in my mind. I always figured after that I had some kind of chemical imbalance in my brain or something that the pain pills corrected. That or some kind of mental condition that they corrected. Hey, Plywood. Yeah, Daniel, get you some rest, buddy. Thank you for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. I would take 10 of those at a time. They're getting towards the end of my addiction. I will be having a build video out tomorrow, and there should be another working in the shop episode out tomorrow, too. It's all right. It's all right, Daniel. I mean, I've been off of them for 14 years now. I can talk about them and not go completely nuts. Now, if somebody, sends me a video of somebody with a big candy bowl full of them, then it might bother me a little bit. But just talking about them, it don't affect me none much. Yeah, there was a warm little, I don't know, tingly type feeling that I would get in my body when they would first start to kick in. And I felt that, and I knew everything was going to be better in the next 10 minutes, and everything was better in the next 10 minutes. But they never did make me sleepy. They had the opposite effect on me. They wound me up. I would love to take a handful of them and clean the house. Hey, Daniel, if you ain't run off yet, do you have a problem with pill bugs in your shop? Or anybody for that matter? Yeah, they were very hard to get off of. I do take a medication that keeps me from having to go through withdrawals, but if I ever have to quit taking that, it's really going to be an issue because I can't guarantee that I won't go back to the pain pills. Pill bugs, roly polies. I'm trying to think of what else they're called besides those two. They're little gray bugs that roll up in a ball. God damn it, I just seen one a second ago. These little guys here. Because my shop is covered in them since it rained. I mean, I had a few in here before it rained, but now there's a whole bunch in here. I didn't know if that might be something that was common in the wood shop or if it was just the rain that pushed them all in here or what. Yep, I'm in the basement. Hey, there's LJ. How's it going? So it's not the wood, it's the damp basement. Okay, got it. Hey Johnny, how's it going? I didn't see you come in. Robert G, Daniel, I didn't see you. Daniel W, I didn't see you guys come in either. All right, Daniel, we love you, man. Thanks for coming by and saying hi. I greatly appreciate it. I'm working on that run to 500 subscribers. I only like 146 to go, or 144 to go, whichever it was. I'll have to look again now. I've done forgot. Oh, 141 to go. So we're definitely getting there. Maybe I'll go live early tomorrow and try to figure out something to do to get a bunch of people to subscribe. Yeah, once I hit that 500, I can start pushing the watch hours a little bit more. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Yes, there will be a dance party in the basement. You'll get to see me dance around when I hit 500 subs. I will even make a short with a dance and I'll challenge Daniel and Chase both to a dance off. Tomorrow, I believe I'm going to build one of Mike is making stuff's garden benches and see if it'll sell here. Yep, I will challenge you guys to a dance off. I'll do a short with a dance in it, and I will say, Bearded Viking and New Beginnings Woodworks, I challenge you to a dance off. That's how the short will go. And when I get in the shop in the morning, I think I might just turn my phone on live and start building that bench just to see how many people it picks up, if it picks up any subs or anything. I'll title it Race to 500. Yes, Daniel, please get well soon. Do not push yourself. Take it from somebody that learned this the hard way. If doctors give you limits on how much you can pick up or what activities you can do, don't do them before they say that you can do them. Damn sure don't do them 1 or 2 days after surgery. That's really bad. Because that hernia repair never did heal right. It still bothers me some. And I'm not one that will usually tell you to trust doctors, but when it comes to something like that, absolutely listen to what they tell you. Yeah, I sat around till almost 9 o'clock, and when I seen you hadn't went live yet, I figured you had had your surgery, so I just went ahead and went live because nobody else was. But with the operation you had done, doing a lot of heavy lifting right now is not going to be a good thing. $15 people and 9 likes. Come on, guys, tighten up on that like button. It really helps us out. What's up, Shoot? Shoopy doopy. Oh, I'm only showing 9. Hang on, let me scroll way and back. Oh, okay, now it's showing 14. All right. So that don't update on this phone apparently. Okay, I got it. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. I wouldn't have known that. Oh hell yeah, Shoot. Whenever the lawnmower factory calls us back to work and we're making $20 an hour, I will be building me an outside shop. Unless, I've actually got something going enough to where I don't have to go back. Or if the woodworking and the channel take off, and I might not have to go back to work and still have the money to do that. right back, guys. I'm gonna grab me a drink. Hold down the fort, cat. You're the boss. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, Mike, we were just talking about you. Or I was, anyway. Oh, I was just saying that tomorrow I'm gonna build one of your garden benches. Is four 92-inch 2x4s enough to build one? Okay. I couldn't get the 8-footers because they were all like corkscrews. So, damn nice, shoot. Hell yeah. That is awesome, brother. But I've got, let's see here. I've got 10 full pickets left, so I'll probably do the seats and backs with pickets. My big bench outside, I made the seat with fence cedar pickets, and I gotta say, I really love it. It's so comfortable. So I believe that's what I'll go with for that. I got lucky and they had just set down a pallet of these 2x4 by 92 inches down, and I waited on them to get done and went through it and actually found some that were reasonably straight. I probably got the only 3 straight ones in the pallet, but oh, really? You do? What is it? Or is it a surprise? Ooh, nice. I looked at one of them about 2 months ago at a pawn shop. I was playing with the bandsaw a little bit on this board that Bobby screwed up, and I made a puzzle piece. uh, Damn, I just ripped down one of my two befores off that last pallet I broke down today to help. No, there ain't no 18 inch, but oh no, that might be 18 inches. No, 16 inches. Well, thank you, Soup. I appreciate that. Hey there, Dot. How's it going? I've got this little trim router, Drill Master trim router that I'm not very experienced with. I do need to get some practice with it though. Now I'll just go ahead and cut it got the 18 inches out because that's the only long 2x4 piece I've got. I did have another one, but I ripped it down so I'd have something to move an alternator with today. So me and the brother-in-law went to Asheville to the doctor today, and on the way home, we was coming down the interstate and we heard something that sounded like a bag had got stuck under the car or something and was flopping around. It turned out to be a chunk of the alternator belt was flopping around under the motor. It didn't break all the way, just a big chunk broke off of the side of it. And we didn't really think too much about it other than let's just see if we can get it back to my house so we can get my mom or somebody drive us to go get a belt and put on it. And then when we got to the house and I was looking at it, we realized that the guy that had put the belt on before had put the alternator belt on, and without putting the ridges down towards the pulley, he had the ridges in the belt pointing upward. It's a '96 Acura Integra, and the top bolt on the alternator is the one you have to loosen to relieve and add tension to it. And the only amount of room you have in there when you can get your ratchet on it is you can make your ratchet click one time and then move just that far back and click it one time and move that far back. And oh my God, it took forever to do that. That shouldn't have took 10 minutes to have been done, but without having any room, no. Well, the guy that done it, this is the guy that works on his car all the time, and it saves him money because you don't have to pay him as much. But I swear I think that guy does stuff to, I don't know, end up having something else happen. But that belt being upside down like that had to have been on purpose because you would have to flip the belt inside out because they come flipped the right way. You see, Mike, I thought about that too, but what would have been the flat side of the belt had the grooves from the pulleys wore into it, and you could see where they had wore into it. And just 30 miles from where that happened to the house, 20 miles, whatever it was, that wouldn't have wore it out like that. But it stayed and it kept it charged enough to get us to the house, and I finally got it changed. He helped a little bit with stuff like hand me this or get me that, but we got it done. That's the reason I wasn't live earlier today. That's why when I got back at like 1 o'clock, that's what I was going to do was go live, but I had to do that. So I was black all the way up my arm, past my elbow on both arms. If I would have went live like that, they would have probably kicked me off the app for being in blackface because I had grease all over my face. Oh, I totally believe that, Mike. I can 100% believe that. I mean, even without just wrapping it around, you could even do one of the little macrame knots like they used when they was making the survival paracord bracelets. You could do something like that long enough to account for the belt and use it till you get back to wherever you're going. But we got lucky and didn't have to worry about that. So the worst part of it is the alternator. The belt goes from the alternator to the back of the whatever the pulley system, the crankshaft pulley or whatever it's called, and the power steering is on the outside edge of that pulley. So you had to take the power steering belt off to put the alternator belt on. But I sent him a message asking if he made it home, and he made it home just fine. So I guess it stayed. But I couldn't just leave him sitting here, make him have to pay somebody to come up here and do it because they would charge him an arm and a leg. And I mean, other than it just being hard to get to, it ain't hard to do. Like if I could have got down in there on everything, it wouldn't have took me 15 minutes to have done it. Hey, Rich has wood. Did you guys know that? Rich has wood. You doing all right, Rich? Yeah, Mike, sure. Yes, but none that I've been injured in. And most of my woodworking accidents have either been kickback or trying to cut a piece on my miter saw and it explode. I was trying to cut some really small pieces of olive wood one day, and that chunk exploded on me, and It went everywhere. Thank God I had my safety glasses on though. For those of you that don't know, this is olive wood. Yeah, that's just crazy. I don't understand it. I mean, I know they started making them more complicated to work on, so you would bring them back to the dealership, but fixing them to where you can't even open the hood, that is just damn crazy. But this olive wood, I tell you, man, it's got some beautiful grain to it. Back up out of there. I do love the grain in the olive wood. Up. That is some nice grain there. That and Purple Heart's what I do my money clips out of. I wondered about maybe using that somehow with the jewelry stand, but I don't know. I don't know that those two are going to go very well together. I will never buy a new car that has to be worked on at the dealership. That is just bullshit. I mean, look at how many people paid to go to school to be mechanics that can't work on one because of shit like that. It just ain't right in my opinion. Let's see, I hadn't really considered. Olive wood and walnut don't look too bad together. It don't look that bad. That's actually nice looking with the oak. I might have to try those two in something like a money clip. Mike, isn't that where you don't have sex with anybody for the rest of your life? Oh, wait a minute. That's celibacy. My bad. Wrong word. I figured everybody get a kick out of that. Hey, honey, how's it going? I wonder what the old lady thinks if she heard me say that. You doing all right, Steve? Yeah, Steve, I was glad to see you back down in the shop the other day in that little video you posted. Hey, I get it. You got to do what you got to do. I've been there. Not really for getting an order out, but like I was telling Daniel a while ago about having that hernia surgery, the next day I was moving stuff, loading a U-Haul and everything else, pretty much by myself. 19 people watching and 15 likes. Hell yeah. Everybody hit that like button. Make sure you jump in here and say hi. Woodchucker, what's going on? Well, Kevin, getting out of the hospital is a plus for sure. Just don't push yourself too hard. Don't overdo it and make it worse in the long run. Let yourself actually heal up. Mike, I was telling my fiance, or not my fiance, my brother-in-law, and my mom about that today. They got a kick out of that. You see, Kevin heard that 100 men versus a gorilla thing, only he didn't hear it right, and he thought it was a man versus 100 gorillas. So he jumped in there and fought 100 gorillas. That's what happened. Damn it, Kevin! I was trying to give you some cool points, and you come out and actually told what was wrong. I always wondered if he had an attitude problem. I don't know. I could just about see it in his face that he did. My Are you serious, Pine? That is damn awesome, Pine. That is awesome. I love the cast of Hee Haw. I really do. Yeah, Archie Campbell was from Bulls Gap, which is in Greene County. Most of it's in Greene County, so in the same county as me, just on the other side of the county. Yes, Kevin, as somebody that went through all kinds of dental stuff, that will 100% cause every bit of your trouble. It'll cause you to get septic. It'll cause you to get infections everywhere, even in your knee. It's crazy. See you later, Woodchucker. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Yeah, sepsis is a bad thing. My fiance's uncle just died from it a few years ago. And Kevin, after you get them out, you'll feel better than you have felt in such a long time. I had one break on me when I was 20, I was 19, or I had just turned 20. And that was the one I had the root canal on that got me hooked on the pain pills. But after that, they just started breaking one right after the other, and it was a huge nightmare. I was getting an abscess around one of my teeth one time, and I went into my dentist office and told him what was going on, and she didn't let me see the dentist. She just talked to me at the desk and said, "Well, when your face swells up, come back and see me," because she didn't want to write me no pain medicine or nothing. I said, "You could at least give me some antibiotics." But no, just come back when your face is swollen up. And the next day, my face was swollen out to here. So I walked back in the dentist office, and she looked up at me, and I just pointed at my cheek, and she pulled out the prescription pad then. She'd have pulled it out yesterday. It might not have, the day before, it might not have got that bad. But that abscess, I couldn't get cleared up. I went through 2 runs of antibiotics, and they're not supposed to pull teeth when you're abscessed, but the dentist said, you've been on 2 courses of antibiotics. The only way we're going to get that abscess out is to go ahead and pull them. Do you want me to do it? And my dumb ass said, yeah, go ahead. I didn't realize that when you have an abscess and they inject Novocaine into you, the Novocaine don't work against the abscess. So you feel everything that they do. That was not fun. If there would have been any kids in that waiting room, they would have never went to the dentist again, because I know everybody in the waiting room heard me screaming and squalling. That was terrible. He would grab one and start to pull on it, and it would shatter. Oh my God, it was awful. Oh no, I'm in trouble now. Okay, it didn't break. Thank God. What do y'all think about that spider? No, Pine, that wasn't a wolf spider. The fiddleback design on it like a brown recluse does, but it's awful damn big for. If that was a brown recluse, it was awful damn big. I did kill a big brown recluse down here the other day, but it wasn't near that big. It wasn't black, Mike. It was brown and it didn't have the red on it. Let me back it up where I can look at it here. Probably eating the roly polies. Yeah, I had to be a young one. It's way well smaller than the wolf spiders I'm used to seeing around here. I'm gonna turn chat off just a second so I can see if I can get the camera back up to the right spot. God damn it, I actually had it. Damn it, it ain't even letting me scroll anymore now. Oh well, fuck it. I give up. I'll go back through the live and do a screenshot and a Google Lens search later just to make sure. But I'd say it's probably just a small one. I ain't never seen one that small. Is the thing. Order for what, Mike? The benches or something else? Six benches. Hell yeah. Yes, Pine. If Junior Samples is your great uncle, you should 100% change your shop name to that. That would be a very good selling point, especially when you get to Tennessee. I wish I could draw plans, Mike, but that's just all I can do is write my plans down. I can't draw them. I mean, I can draw a blueprint, but if I don't have, all the drafting equipment, it just looks really stupid. Yes, Pine, I would 100% back that name change. Uh, I got up and come over here to get something. Oh, yeah. After I do a prototype of something and it ends up being something I'm going to build and sell, I have this little black book here that I write my instructions down in. I call it my build list. Ricker Creations build list. There's the laundry basket unit that I built. That's what you need. There's your cut list. There's how you assemble it. There's money clips. The B-traps. The bluebird houses. I ain't got nothing else wrote in here yet, but I need to be getting back to working on that. But But that's how I keep track of what I make. That way, if I go for months without making a certain item and I need to go back and see how I need to do it, that's what I do. It don't have drawn pictures, but it's got it written down in words. So I have a picture of the bench and the cut list. Is that all you need, Steve? I could send it to you on Messenger because I think I've got you on Messenger. If you and Mike want to do that, and you guys can't figure out how to get, if that's all you need, I could send that to you. That'd make it easier on Mike not having to figure it out. Well, it's only one picture of the bench, but I mean, it shows pretty much everything you need to see. And for those of you that see my Cash App tag in the pinned comment, I'm not begging for money. It's just I think I was in Ryan's live the other day or somebody's live, and they were talking about people giving them a hard time about people giving people a hard time about having sponsors and stuff. And I made the comment, you know what? I'm just going to start putting my Cash App tag in the pinned comment on every live I do from here on out. So that's why that's there. Now, don't get me wrong. If you was to want to donate, I would not argue with you about it, but that's why it's there. I'm not begging for it. $17 likes. Wonder if that's updated. Yep, 16 people, 17 likes. An hour and 50 minutes. Don't seem like we've been going that long, does it? Ooh, damn. I want one of those universal battery adapters. That would be cool. Hell, I would just be happy with a Black & Decker battery charger. That way I can start using my cordless drills again. When you first open Cash App Plywood, it gives you a green screen with money with number signs on it. Just type in a number and hit send, and it'll give you a screen to type in the tag, like the $sign FAMIE 77. You would type that in and hit send, and it would send it. That's how that works. Yeah, Mike. The black one may be an 18 volt instead of a 20 volt, or 16 instead of a 20. I'm not sure. I don't even know where it's at. I don't think that one's going to do it for sure because it has more prongs in it than. But that's how I wound up with the Warrior corded drill. I was making bee traps last year when my battery charger quit working, and it was like 10:30 at night, and I needed a drill, so I ran to Walmart and got a hyper tub, and that it burned up by the next day, didn't it, Cat? It burned up the next day, and then I went to Harbor Freight and got the Warrior, and at 91 days in with the Warrior, the chuck got wet and got stuck, so I took it back in and swapped it out. And they honored their 90-day warranty instead of making me use my paid warranty, even though it had been 91 days, which tickled me to death. And this Warrior's getting kind of wore down now, where I was drilling holes in that wet 4x4 the other day, so I may go ahead and swap it out. Are the chargers the same, Mike? I mean, can you just plug the battery straight into the wall charger? Or is it just wired backwards or anything? Why do I talk funny? Because I am funny. The one and only Nicole. I talk funny because I'm very, very special. I need all the tools, Steve. I guess I'll go for a drill press next. Maybe a lathe one of these days. No, I don't have a DeWalt charger, but I might be able to find one. The one and only Nicole, why do you type funny? Yep, I have a bandsaw thanks to Shoop, and he said he has a scroll saw for me, so. I don't worry too much about trolls, to be honest with you. As long as they're not bothering anybody other than me, I don't care because it still counts as watch hours. Counts as watch hours and, chat involvement. So. Yeah, back when I was doing telemarketing and telefundraising, my one boss said, I really love it, especially when I have you on one of the police programs because you sound like an old country sheriff. Elegant, I troll you all the time, so yes, I will not dish it out if I cannot take it. And I mean, you do kind of look like a troll, so I guess that would be fair and make sense. Yeah, did you get your bassinet done? I didn't get to say I was live that day. Yeah, I was beginning to think you was gonna give that baby that bassinet as a graduation present. I need to make a crib or a bassinet for my fiance's niece, but I just don't know. They wanted me to make them a baby gate, and I told them I would, but they went ahead and forked out like a whole shit ton of money for crappy gates from Walmart. So I don't know if they want something that I made or not, so I'm not going to bother with it. Yeah, I will say that is looking nice, man. It really is. Oh, that's hilarious. Let me check my phone, see, make sure it ain't dying yet. Okay. Holy shit, good thing I looked. 15%. Sorry for the vibration, guys. Okay, yeah, I'm still turned the right way. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I had to plug my phone up. Now, elegant, don't try to blame us for watching you build it. Just because you're on a live don't mean you can't get stuff done. Hey, Kevin, go by Harbor Freight and get their Warrior set of Forstner bits. They're not great, but they will do you until you can get something better. Take it easy, Pine brother. I appreciate you, man. Love you, man. There's a lot of talking towards at the end of the live. You can get the small set for, I'm wanting to say it was like $15, or you can get the great big set for $44.99, I believe, or 45 something. Totally worth it. Are you in my group chat, Kevin? On my Facebook group? Or are you in my Facebook group? I can just post it in my Facebook group. Right, Dan? I know exactly what you're saying. It better drill the damn hole. It better drill the damn hole itself. It better assemble the wood. It better make the sail for you. It better deliver it. But that big Warrior set, I thought about buying it next time I've got the extra money. I've got the little set. I just don't know where they're all at. That's one out of the little set there. They all got wet and dirty and had to be soaked and cleaned, and I don't think I got them all put back up. But they work just fine. I mean, I've not had any trouble with them yet. I do need to figure out how to sharpen them. I have dulled that one out some, but they drill pretty clean, even dull. Oh shit! Plug the phone back in. When I quit John Deere the first time back in April of last year, and I got my 401k check in the mail, I went to Lowe's and bought this pocket hole jig set from Craig, and I have still yet to even try to figure out how to use it. But yeah, I've not even tried it yet because I know it only came with so many screws. So, and them damn pocket hole screws are friggin' insanely expensive. I about had a stroke when I seen that. Two and a half inch screws and 1 1/4 inch screws, 20 in each box. This is the first time I've even opened this since I brought it home to look at it. Okay, that's how you change it. All right, I got you. Okay. I might have to try that out now sometime. I've got a couple of things I'm going to be making here pretty soon. I think I'll make another one of my laundry basket units and just go ahead and post it on Marketplace and see if I can't get it sold. panhead wood screws. I've not seen any off brand. The only thing I've seen was at Lowe's was the Craig screws. Well, with it being having woodworks at the end of it, I don't think it can be trademarked unless there's already a BR 549 woodworks. Well, I'm hoping not to be the weekend warrior forever, Daniel. I'm wanting to turn this into a business of some kind. Me and the fiance had talked about how much I would need to make between the woodworking and the YouTube channel to be able to quit work and focus all of my attention here. And the number we decided on originally was 20,000, but it could also happen at 15,000. But I could probably squeeze by with 12, but I couldn't go no lower than that and be able to quit. A year, not a month. Around 1,000, 1,100 a month, somewhere in there would be the number that would be comfortable with everybody's income at the house. Hell, come on, there's plenty of room for you, man. Excuse me, guys, I got to step outside for a second. Plywood, Mike, hold the chat down. Okay, I'm back. No, I'm not. But I mean, the house is like 9 or 10 months away from being paid for. My mother owns half of it, and my uncle owns the other half, and we're buying my uncle's half. And my mother says when we get it bought, that she's going to give me her half. I don't know if that's really going to happen or not, but that's what she says is going to happen. So we don't have a big rent payment or anything, just a $300 house payment a month, and that 350. The extra 50s for the land taxes and the house insurance, but other than that, lights, we got well water when the well works, so there's no water bill to worry about. The most expensive bill right now is my doctor, which is $300 a month, and then my medication, which is $229 a month, roughly. No, there is no state income tax in Tennessee. But depending on which county you move to, you may have a huge, like $55 a year wheel tax to pay every time you register your vehicle or renew your tags. Hey, yeah, Steve, hang on just a second. I'll get it for you. You're not a mod, so I don't know if it'll let you. And I can't make people a mod from this phone, so give me just a second. That's Steve from My Honey's Handmaids channel. There's Mike's channel. What other makers are in here right now? There's Pine. This is Pine's channel. or BR549 now, as he's calling himself, which is really awesome. Let's see, who else has a channel in here? If you have a channel that you want the link shared, say me in the chat so I can get it. BR549, you want to help me link the channels? There's Rich Has Wood. Yes, guys, Amy in the chat is me. That's my fiance's name. I'm using her phone to watch the chat because it's so much easier that way. For everybody watching that I cannot see that has not talked, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. That helps us out so much and we greatly appreciate it. We love each and every one of you. Feel free to hop in chat and say hi. Did anybody get Elegant's channel? Did I get it? Did anybody get it? I don't know. That one's Elegant Woodcraft. And there is Shoot's channel. I think we got everybody now. I can't remember exactly what you got to do to be able to copy them or click them. I think you might have to, after the live's over, come back and rewatch and do it that way. Why don't you start doing some woodworking on your channel, Daniel? Ah, you're a gamer. Okay. Yeah, Mike, it is. Well, do you like throwing rocks at meth heads? If you like throwing rocks at meth heads, Greenville's a great place. Either one. I do it as a hobby because it's not about the money. Sure, you can throw chainsaws and everything. Only thing they won't let you throw at him is high powered lead. They frown upon that for some reason. Yeah, the wireless hole punchers they tend to frown upon using on the meth heads. Yeah, you can throw lead around your place all the time. You just can't go out in town and throw it at meth heads. But yeah, I love it here, Mike. Honestly, I really do. I love it here. I've moved away from here. See, I moved to Cookville, Morristown, Johnson City, Kings. Well, I moved from Johnson City to Kingsport. I've moved away from here about 3 or 4 times, and then I'm right back here in the house that I grew up in. So that should tell you everything you need to know. I love it here. Yes, if they come around your place, it's fair game, and there's plenty of places to hide a body. But bear in mind, there is a special group of meth heads here. They will preach to you about God, so I reckon they are Methodist. And yes, Mike, you can buy a holler. If you've got the money, I guarantee you can buy a holler. Kevin, yes, it's a bad joke, but it's still damn funny. And you know it. The best jokes are bad jokes. Well, right now stuff's kind of high, but it's like that everywhere. I mean, rent's way up here compared to what it was just like 4 or 5 years ago. That whole COVID thing, I believe, was a way to get rent prices and land prices and housing prices to shoot sky high. There was more to it than that, but I do believe that that was a part of it. The only reason I would leave my family home now is if I had enough money to buy me a mountain. I would build me a cabin on the top of it, and there would be no road access in. The only way, I wouldn't even leave. I would just have everything I need airlifted into me. How much is your rent going to be there, BR 549? Golly, how big of a place? 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad then. Oh, yeah, that's damn good. And I'm telling you, 5, 6 years ago, you'd have got that for 100 to 150. Hey, wait a minute. No, y'all can't move here because then I won't be able to make any money and I'll have to go back to making lawnmowers. Damn it. Moved down there to Crossville. That's a pretty cool place. Cookville's a pretty cool place too. Townsend's a nice place. I'm gonna move them in on you all. I can't have everybody move in on me. Shit. Oh, I was looking at Marketplace the other day, guys. Well, Robert, we'll get 1 or 2 good snows a year, but that's it. It seems like we used to get more. That may just be because I was a kid and it seemed like it was more, but we'll get a couple of really good ones a year. Some will weigh, about an inch or so, but that don't really amount to nothing. We'll get that 3, 4, 5 times, but we'll get 3 or 4 inches, enough to stop people from going to work and stuff a couple of times a year. I call 4 inches a good snow. That's enough to prevent people from going to work, especially when they live out here in the mountains. Now, back in '93, snow was crotch deep. I mean, it was cold to walk out and play in the snow in it this deep, but I did it anyway. The worst thing about this town is people that live here for some reason cannot drive. And as time goes on, it gets worse. There's a thrift store here in town that you can go to, and you can buy enough clothes to fill a 10-gallon trash bag. It used to just be $8, but they've raised their price to $10 now. So you get a 10-gallon bag of clothes for $10. I bought an espresso. They actually had an espresso machine in there, and I bought it yesterday for like $6, $7. It might have been $8. It was less than $10 because it and a really nice thick hot cold bag, three drinking cups, and a couple of other things, a sketch pad for the fiance's daughter, all came out to $12. So I got that espresso machine at a steal. I was afraid it wouldn't work, but it works just fine. Where do you live at, Elegant? I know you've told me 10 times, but I can't remember. Well, you see, up north, you guys have different snow than what we have down here. And I imagine you have a town that actually takes care of your roads too. They don't really take care of the roads here, so that $55 wheel tax that we pay, God knows where it goes. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Elegant needs to change his name to the Fresh Prince Woodworking. Uncle Phil Hardwood. That was a good one. That was a good one. At $16 an hour, a single man here, rent's gonna be your biggest thing. You can get a 1 bedroom apartment for $800. That's really high in my opinion when you used to be able to get a 3 bedroom house for that, but it is what it is. But I mean, a single guy could come here and go to any of these factories that pay $16 an hour and should be just fine. Yeah, the certificate I got from my trade school for computer electronics, the certificate was called computer systems specialist, but it was supposed to be the equivalent of a A plus. Mike. Now, Steve, when I went to college, the networking classes I was in were supposed to give a CCNA certificate, but I can't remember if I finished all of them or not. I mean, I would love to find a copy of my resume that had all of my certifications and stuff in it, because I mean, it looks damn impressive. Whether I remember any of it or not after that car wreck's another story, but it does look damn impressive. When somebody asks you that, you look at them and you say, "No, I am the honey in the handmaid." Oh my God, that was hilarious. Well, elegant, all you gotta do is just work that body, work that body, work that body, and you should be just fine. Yeah, I definitely need somebody that's a mechanic to move here. That way I've got somebody that can fix cars for me. I don't care if you're a backyard mechanic, a dungeon mechanic, if you can fix a car, that's all that matters to me because auto mechanics is not my forte. I mean, I can change an alternator, I can put an alternator belt on, I can change brakes, I can do all that, but anything above that is outside of my skill set. Steve, you could have gone all night without seeing my moves, but now that you've seen them, you know your knife better now because of it. When you got moves like mine, I mean, it's not fair for me to not share it with the world because I know it makes people happy. They're always smiling and laughing every time I start dancing. So it's got to make people happy. I mean, I can do basic stuff, but I could have probably have changed that master cylinder and saved $400, but that's something I've not ever done or tried to do. So I consider that to be outside of my range of expertise. So yeah, Mike, work with your hands. You can try working with sausages or hot dogs or something to that effect. Might even be some money in it. Yeah, I can change oil. That's not too hard to do. Right now, I've got to get the exhaust pipes hooked back up on Mom's Mustang. They're broke off right there at the headers, but I don't have a way to get the car jacked up high enough to get under it to where I can actually do that. I need to get me a set of ramps that I can drive it up on and do it that way. Next time I've got a little bit of money, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy me a set of ramps. I have a 1999 Suzuki Vitara sitting out here in the yard. It's a four-cylinder 5 speed. I absolutely love that thing, but there's something wrong with it. I don't know if it's something to do with the clutch. The clutch don't like slip, but when you're trying to give it gas to go, it just kind of, I don't know, bogs down a little bit or something. I don't know how to explain it. I thought it was the clutch to begin with, but now I don't know. I had a 97 Saturn that the axle broke on, and I didn't know that was what was wrong with it. So I was just going to sell it out for parts and use that money to get the Suzuki fixed. And one of my friends said, "How much would you sell that car to me for?" And I wanting a deal, and he said, "What if I come out there and get that Suzuki running for you? Would you give me the car?" And I said, "Yeah, I would give you the Saturn if you can come out here and get it running and get it fixed." And he come out here when we put a battery on it and jumped it off, and he never did come back to do the rest of it. So, and then like 2 or 3 months later, he sold the Saturn for $1,200. They had the audacity to ask me if I wanted to buy it back from them. Yeah, Shoop, I believe you did. Yeah, it kind of bogs down, but it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It seems like it might have something more to do with the throwout bearing or something than the clutch. But if you have to replace one, you need to go ahead and replace them all, I guess. But that thing's nice. It's got a full tow package on it and everything. I would love to have that running again. That might actually motivate me to get my license back. If I could get that running and get me a little trailer, I could build these benches and bigger items and bigger furniture and actually deliver them to people. Yeah, that Suzuki Vitara, man, I'm telling you, that's a nice ass vehicle. I love it. I guess bogging down's not the right term to use for what it does. It just doesn't want to go. That's a little bit better. Instead of bogging down, it just doesn't seem to want to go when you give it gas. I did go ahead and change the plugs and the fuel filter. I did not change the coil packs because good goddamn things are expensive. Okay, BR, I'll try that. Tell you what, Mike, if you move to Greenville, me and you will go into business together and open a nice fancy furniture store, and then we'll make the Amish people mad for taking all of their business. Make it the same quality that the Amish people sell and charge less money. Hey, who's leaving? Take it easy, Steve. Thank you for coming by, brother. I love you, man. I'm gonna holler at you one day next week about maybe getting some more stamps. I'll send you a message about it next week. But thank you very much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. It's a 99. Sorry about that. I rolled me a couple of more cigarettes and I muted the mic so you didn't hear the noise. Take it easy, Plywood. You have a good night, brother. I appreciate you coming. All right, Elegant. You have a good night too, brother. I love y'all. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I appreciate you hanging out with me. It means the world to me. You have no idea. Yeah, the Amish have a furniture store about 4 miles up the road from me. I went in there and took some pictures one day, and oh my God, the prices on that stuff was like nosebleed high. And I mean, some of it seemed like it might have been. Of course, that was last year before I even got my channel started going. But now I believe I could make most of it and probably make it look better and definitely do it a lot cheaper. Well, tell him I said thank you. I greatly appreciate that. That means a lot. Well, thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. It really does. And I was cool back in the day. I don't know about now. I do still try to be cool though. I didn't even know cool was still a word that was used, but I try to be. I guess I'm pretty fly for an old guy. Well, yeah, shoot, we still say it because that's what we always said, but I don't know what the youngins say now. I know instead of saying that we've got game or charisma, I know they say riz, and for some reason that annoys the crap out of me. Maybe it's because I ain't got no riz, but good. I'm glad I did, Mike. How old is he, Mike? Oh yeah, oh yeah, that definitely made his night then good. I'm glad. I'm glad that makes me happy. I love seeing kids happy. I really do. The woman that works at the Dollar General store today had her. I don't know if it's her daughter or adopted daughter because they were different colors, but she was saying, "Please, please, can I please?" and begging, and I'm same in real life as I am on here. I was like, "Well, you're begging awful hard. What are you begging for?" And she said, $1 so I can buy a pack of Tic Tacs. And she kept on and on to her mama, please, please, please. And I had a $1 in my pocket and I pulled it out and gave it to her. And that made her day. It really did. Tickles me to death. Where's the juice? Where's the juice? David, I loved it. That was great. Holly Shore was like awesome once upon a time. Hey, yeah, I mean, he's not lying to him or anything. You are a YouTuber. You are a content creator, slowly working your way into being an influencer. Maybe a bad influencer, but still an influencer. All right, Daniel, brother, I appreciate you coming by. I love you, man. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. I'm always a bad influence on people, so I'm a bad influencer too. Boy, y'all are going to bed early. It's just 12:30. All right, Mike, brother, man. You have a good night now. I love you, dude. You have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll probably go live sometime during the day tomorrow while I'm building whatever I end up building. If it's the bench or whatever, that's probably what I'll start building tomorrow. Just to try to see if I'll title the live "Race to 500" and see if I can't get enough subscribers up to hit 500, and then I can worry about my watch hours. Yeah, getting up at 5 sucks for sure. I used to have to get up at 5 after work until 1:45, and yeah, it was rough. Oh, I'm ready. What's our topic going to be? And I did figure something out about that too. I can make a saw with the stuff that I have here. I could take part of the old bandsaw blade, snip it, and lash it to a stick, or find a way to cut some other kind of saw blade down and lash it to a stick. Find a chainsaw chain and put a handle on each end of it and use it like this. I could make a saw totally. I've done a lot of thinking about that since we had that conversation that night. I mean, that ain't going to last forever, I don't guess, but that's enough to get me through till I can do something. Till I could come across a saw blade or, hell, even a chain. I could probably do a buck saw with a chainsaw chain too and use it for a saw. A buck saw ain't hard to make, it don't look like. I've never done one, but ethical practices in woodworking. I don't think I have very many of those. Oh, shit. How long have we been running here anyway? Hell, we've only been going an hour. I thought we'd been live a lot longer than that. That can't be right. We've been going a lot longer than an hour, ain't we? Good night, Mike. We love you, brother. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Welcome back, Hattie. So why does my phone only say 1 hour? That's so weird. Oh, I bet I know what it was. It was when I done whatever I done to my phone. It ended my live for a second and I had to reconnect. I bet that's what caused it. We got 9 people. Hmm. Okay, whoever's watching, sound off so I can see who all's in here. Hey, Giz, how's it going? Okay, we got Greg, we got Giz, we got Shoop, we got Rich, we got Mrs. Shoop. That's 5. Okay. We are Howdy Rich, William Giz. Oh, I guess one of them's me on this phone, so that's 3 unaccounted for. You guys out there hiding in the background, feel free to hop in here in the chat and say hi. Even if you're not a woodworker, come in and say hi and join us. We'd love to welcome you into the community. Come on by and say hi. Oh, Bulldozer's one of them, so that leaves 2. Did you see that shoot? Richard wishes he was one of your people. Oh, there's Kevin. Hi, Kevin. That leaves like one more person. Oh, there's Big Max. No, never mind. The chat on my phone just ain't scrolled up. Okay, that's the problem. There we go. Teddy Sims. I know that name, but I don't know why or how. Oh, Big Mix is here too. Okay. Okay. Good deal. Big Max is playing with his wood. He's got it on the lathe, stroking it real gently with that chisel. I know, guys, I'm terrible. I have a dark, dirty sense of humor. It's just me. I can't help it. I was born this way, and I will die this way. Yeah, I said something about Rich's name when he first come in here. First time I seen Rich, I told him that was a hell of a name for a shop right there. You guys are awesome as hell. Oh, Rich changed his name? Rich Shoot Passwood. You could have changed it to Rich's Wood Has Shoot. And that sounds kind of like some kind of STD or something. My wood shoot. Hell yeah, we hit 20 likes. Awesome. I believe I'll run till about 12:45, guys. Then I'm going to hop off of here and go to bed, I believe. Because I'm going to get up early and get in the shop early. I've got some garden work to do before I get in the shop, so. I will be going live sometime during the day tomorrow. It won't be just hanging out and talking. I will be doing some building. All right, BR549, take it easy. I love you. Appreciate you coming by. Have a good night, brother. Did you guys see the news story where a woman in Chicago stabbed her three kids that were 5 years old and under? She stabbed her kid's wrist because she wanted to send them to heaven. And even after she done that, there was a tow truck driver come through and found the 1 year old in the road wearing nothing but a bloody diaper. So he stopped to help the kids. And while he was getting the kids loaded up to take them to the hospital, the 5 year old walked back up to the mother and put his injured arm up on her and said, "It's all going to be okay, Mom. It's all going to be all right." And then she got to the hospital, and the security guard and the nurse at the hospital said she only done that because she didn't have any help. Right, help taking care of the kids. And I'm sorry, but that's a kind of pandering to that. No, that don't fly with me. YouTube is where I seen it at, Super. It might have been Facebook, but it's on YouTube. But how is a security guard? Sure, maybe he's not a medical professional, but how can a nurse sit there and say she done that because she didn't have help raising the kids? That is a bullshit cop out excuse if I've ever heard one in my life. She has to have some kind of mental health issues for sure. A tow truck driver said after he seen that 5 year old put his hand on his mama and tell her that everything was going to be all right, he said that really stuck with him. But that tow truck driver's a hero for taking them kids to the hospital. Ooh, they took that part out of the news story. I'll find the link to the story somewhere and I'll post it in my Facebook group. That way you guys can see it. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to go for the night. I do love and appreciate you guys very much for coming and hanging out with me. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Come back and see me anytime. Shoop, I will holler at you tomorrow. Do you work tomorrow, Shoop? What time do you usually get up? Well, I know you work overnight shifts, Shoop, so I'll just shoot you. Well, I'll wait till up in the afternoon to shoot you a message tomorrow then. Or better yet, you just shoot me one tomorrow when you wake up. That'll be easier. That way I don't have to feel bad about waking you up. That makes more sense. But I love you guys very much. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with me tonight. I really kind of needed it. You guys have a great night and a great day tomorrow.